German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche described two main types of morality in his writings. He believed that morality could be divided into these two types: master and slave morality. These two types are complementary and contradicting in nature, and both try to help to explain why people think in the ways that they do and why they act in the ways that they do. I'd like to first begin with the master morality, the first type that Nietzsche described. The basis of master morality is basically what the powerful view as good is good, or as Nietzsche put it, the nobles establish themselves and their actions as good. In this view, egotistical actions are inherently good. Another way of saying that is actions that help your personal goals are always good. But anything that would stop you from achieving your goals or desires is inherently bad. Nietzsche saw the origin of this way of thinking in the nobles, or people who held great power. He believed their ability to coin terms such as good and bad and pure and impure led them to having a leg up on the slave class. And by controlling these words and what they meant, in a sense, the nobles controlled morality. Now that a greater understanding of the master morality is reached, let's discuss the other side of Nietzsche's moral system, the slave morality. He believed that slave morality is a concept created in response to the master morality. Nietzsche said, the slave revolt in morality begins with resentment. And the values slaves hold are created out of a sense of resentment for the indulgence of the master class. The slave morality is reactionary in nature, and its values inversely depend on the values of the master class, its counterpart. Now that a greater understanding of both moral types has been reached, I will explain the differences between the two. Nietzsche said, while the noble man lives in trust and openness with himself, the man of resentment is neither upright nor naive nor honest and straightforward with himself. Nietzsche believed that the master class is honest to and about themselves, while the slave class lie to themselves about their more basic and often primitive desires. Slaves view the indulgence of the master class as evil, while masters view it as good and natural. And the master class doesn't even have a concept of evil necessarily, and the slaves do. Thus, the slaves will actively avoid most types of pleasures and attempt to distance themselves from the master class. Now that an understanding of both moral types and the differences between the two has been reached, let's review. To understand Nietzsche's moral philosophy, you must understand the master morality and its self-creating and self-affirming nature, and the slave morality and its reactionary and resentful nature, and the differences between the two, obviously. With that, you can better understand how Nietzsche viewed human moral philosophy. I think learning about Nietzsche's thoughts about morality can help stir an awareness of how our actions and attitudes are often affected by others.